Welcome everybody to the Eldredge Family Vlogs, where we show you a lot of the projects, actually all of the projects that we have going around our property and the fun things that we're doing together as a family. Today is one of those fun things we're doing as a family. We actually are taking some friends from church out on our boat tonight, and he's got a surfboard. Well, our boat is not set up to be a surfing boat, but I'm doing everything I can to make it as surfable as possible. So instead of spending $300 to $400 on a part to make a better wave for our boat to be maybe surfable, I decided to spend $50 and make the DIY version of it. And that's what I'm going to be showing you in today's video, is how we built the suck gate for surfing behind our non-surfable boat. First, we gotta have some air because it's a warm one today. So I got on Amazon and I ordered a couple things. We've got a whole box of safety glasses, glass suction cups, and basically an oversized cutting board. You may be asking yourself, what the heck are you going to do with that? We're going to try something here. We are going to try and make what is called a suck gate. Now, a suck gate is what is used on cheap wakeboarding boats to make them surfable, if that makes sense. So I'm going to be building, here it is, look at that, 1/2 inch thick, I don't even know what they call this, it's the same thing that cutting boards are made out of. It is HDPE. HDPE is what this is. It's basically a plastic sheet, and we're going to be building a suck gate out of it. I'm excited. We got suction cups to suction cup this to the side of the boat. I'm excited to build it, and we're going to see if it works today. I left my tape measure in the house. As you guys know, for those of you that have been following around, we bought a wakeboarding skiing boat, and it's not meant for surfing in any way, shape, or form, but it also didn't cost $100,000. So we're trying to build our boat to be surfable. Actually, we're more just like experimenting. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, I don't really care. But I want to see if we can make it work, because it adds another thing that we can do on the boat that's really fun. So we've got the suck gate that we're building. We've got ballast bags that we already bought, and we're going to see if the combination of those two things and a bunch of people in the boat will actually give us a surfable wave. Now, we invited one of our friends to go boating with us tonight. He actually has a surfboard. I don't have a surfboard. He's got a surfboard, so he's going to bring that. We're going to wakeboard, we're going to tube. We're going to have a great time as a family with some friends tonight boating, which gives us the perfect opportunity to actually test this out. So these are glass suction cups, and this is the second half. This is what actually attaches it to the boat. So this is suction fit to the boat, not attached in any other way. It's not fastened to the boat, it's suctioned to the boat. Here is our suction cup. Oh, that's gonna work fantastic. I bought the higher rated ones. They're actually, I would guess, aluminum. They might be steel, but I think they're probably aluminum suction cups just off of Amazon. I think it was like 20 bucks for the pack. I think this sheet was 20, maybe $40. It was more expensive. I probably wouldn't buy this again. I saw another video of someone built this with the PVC sheeting from Home Depot. That's probably what I would do next time, but we're gonna go ahead and draw this out. Basically, I need to build a frame that will mount onto here with the gate itself. We're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna throw out some random measurements here. I think we go with 1 foot. Let's go 10 inch. I think 10 inch will be plenty big. We're going to go 10 inches by 8 inches for the actual front plates. I'm going to be using a table saw to cut this. You could use a circular saw. You could use, pretty much anything else. Any sort of saw would cut this. I just have this available, and I think it'll make quick work of it. You know what? We're going to keep that at 12 inches. I was going to do it at 8, but I think we can definitely get away with doing it at 12. If that sits on about like that. So this handle is 1.5 inches wide. So we're going to cut 1.5 inches wide slot here. From what I've seen, there's not much of a science to this. It's just build it the way you want to build it, and hopefully it works. 5/8. So I found a hole saw bit that is 1 3/8. I think that's actually going to be, it's going to be pretty close to the right size. Oh, that's perfect. So now we need to build mounting hardware to actually mount it. I want to build basically a wedge piece that will come across here, I think. I'm literally making this up on the fly. I've seen pictures and stuff of these things. I figured let's build one, so that's literally what we're doing. Y'all can't see. Basically, that would be flipped around. It's backwards. But if we attach that onto there, that's dang near perfect. Let's cut those two pieces out. I'm adjusting the fence on the table saw. This is called a fence to get the width that I need. I always measure the front and the back of the blade because the fence sometimes doesn't actually attach on square. Now the question is, how do we get that cut? So this is all extra. We can build another one. If this one doesn't work and we need to change the angles or something, I've got an extra sheet. I actually have another section cup, so I could build a whole nother one. And if it doesn't work, if this one doesn't work, I could build a whole nother one and redesign it. Well, it's not perfect, but it's pretty dang close. Overall, this is working pretty well. What I want to do now is figure out a good way to bolt through all of these and fasten that together. Those got to raise up like that. Oh man, I thought I was losing hope there. I was like, man, I don't have anything. Well, guess what? I have this Harbor Freight nut, screw, washer, bolt kit that's going to be perfect, I think. Let's measure this out. Come on, be long enough. Oh no! Wait. Crap! Well, that's unfortunate. I could, in theory, do each side. Instead of through bolting it, I could do each side, which is honestly a pain in the butt. But it would work. And I may have to do that. Dang. It's just barely too short. Just bolting them through on one side. How unfortunate. Oh, I drilled that way too far back. Oh, money! I like the way that looks for sure. This would have been a whole lot easier with a bolt that would go all the way through. Unfortunately, I don't have that luxury. This one's going to be even trickier. Honestly, I don't know if it's possible because the bolts hit in the center. Flip! Flip, flip, flip. I have one other idea here. I happen to have this piece of all thread. This might be the ticket. I will have to cut it. That's what I'm going to have to do. This is the only thing I got long enough. All right, so change of plans. We're going to go through it with one whole piece because I can't tighten it the way that it's set up currently. So let's take this back apart. We'll drill everything, and then we can cut that all thread and run that all thread. I hope I have the right size bolts for this. I don't have time to run to the store. I'm afraid I'm not going to have an option though. Flip. Thought these were the same. One is fine thread and one is coarse thread, so I guess I got to see if I have any nuts. I have to say I got lucky on this project and actually found 4 nuts that'll fit on this. So I can go ahead and cut this. Mark and cut this all thread to give myself a way to bolt it all together. Now I'd like to say that I kind of planned that angle into it, Unfortunately, it just kind of happened because I didn't straighten everything out when I put it together. But it's actually a good thing because the way that this attaches to the boat is like this. And so it'll actually counteract the tilting of the boat and make it ride a little bit straighter, which I've heard the straighter the better. So I'm not too upset about it. And if it doesn't work, well, I got another one that I can try. But I honestly think that that's actually going to work. All right, let's tighten this thing down. Now, I don't have locking washers on here, but I've tightened it enough to actually crush the nut into the plastic here. So, in theory, they shouldn't be able to really back themselves out. If they do, it falls apart. You know, it's not a huge deal. But it should honestly, I think, keep itself together pretty darn well, just the way that I built it. Let's attach now our front sheet. So I've got some 1.5" deck screws, and that's what we're going to put in here to actually fasten this thing together. I think it'll hold just fine. Countersinking these just a little bit, make it a little bit cleaner. I like it. We officially have a wastegate or suction gate. That I love how sturdy it is. It's definitely pretty dang strong. Let's see. My suction cups are dirty, but let's see how much flex this whole. Oh, that's pretty solid, I think. We're going to test it out today, and we will find out and let y'all know how it goes. But I am pretty thrilled with how that turned out. So all you need, the clamps, a way to through bolt it. Definitely get bolts that are long enough. Don't use all thread. Some decking screws to screw the front on, and then your cutting board. You could use, people use wood, people use PVC plate. That's what I would use next time. It's way cheaper to buy the PVC plate. But we're going to give this a try, and I think it will still work. It was just a little bit more expensive that way. So let me show you where this goes really quick. Obviously, we're not boating right now. But let me show you kind of how it works and the way we attach it on here. So this is the opposite side. So when we're surfing, we'll be surfing the other side of the boat. So you put this on the opposite side, and it literally, they say you want it back. I've never used one of these before. Say you want it back as far as possible, and this will just suction cup on like that, and hopefully give a really clean, I don't even know if y'all can see that. It'll hopefully give us a really clean wave on the other side. I don't really know exactly how the physics work behind it, but basically that water pushes here, which pushes the back of the boat over. So it makes this wave really crashy, not very smooth, but it makes the other side a really smooth, clean wave. So actually, I think it wants to go, yeah, we need it down like that. Once I get these suction cups wet, it'll help a lot. Boom. So when that boat tips up, this will pretty much be straight up and down, and we'll have hopefully a really clean surfable wave. With the ballast, we're getting a decent sized wave, but it's not very clean. So hopefully this will make it clean and make the wave a little bit longer. That's the whole goal of it. We'll see how it works out. I just got an email that piqued my interest. One of you subscribers, I'd have to look at the email, sent me something apparently to Lazy Crandall, and they say it's in the P.O. box, got delivered today. So we'll go see what it is, because this has piqued my interest. They said that it would be good for me to wear it with how lazy I am. That's basically the gist of what the email was, all in sarcasm, of course. So let's go see what the heck this is. What is it? I feel like this is going to be some sort of a shirt that says something or another on it. Let's find out. Alright, so this is from Vicky. Let's see what the heck it is. It's a shirt. Vicky, I'm glad you emailed us, because this didn't come with the gift receipt. So I'm glad I know it's from you. Let's see what it says. I think we just need to hang this up in the shop. This is hilarious. It says, lazy but talented. I think that could be like my new catchphrase or something. Lazy but talented. I love it. That is hilarious, Vicky. Yeah, I think that needs a special place in the shop, because all of us know the inside joke about that now. For those of you that are out of the loop, there was a comment a week or so ago that said something about me being super lazy, and I don't see myself as lazy, and so we were kind of making fun of it. And now, lazy but talented, I love it. That is spot on. Here's a good reminder, keep it lazy, folks. Are any of y'all ready for a shop update? Because I sure am. I haven't worked on this since Saturday. Been busy with a bunch of other things. It's kind of how things go. You guys know if you watch the channel. But tomorrow, can you guess who's coming over? Hayden. Hayden's coming over tomorrow, and he's going to be helping me get this finished. We just got to get the rest of the plywood and stuff up in here. It's kind of dark. I don't have the lights on, but we got to get those sheets up here, a little bit here, a little bit here. But we're definitely on the home stretch on getting that finished framed, getting the doors installed and all of that. So hopefully tomorrow I will have an update for you guys working on that, and I'm excited to work on it a little bit. I have some very, very exciting news. It has made me so happy. It's made me really happy. If you guys have been following along, you know, for the last year and a half or so, our dog, who's a purebred lab, has had massive itching issues, like uncontrollable itching issues for like a year. We took him into the vet multiple times. They never really could help him. They could give him a steroid and some antibiotics, but it never would help beyond taking the medication, meaning as soon as we were stopped giving the medication, within a day or two, he'd start itching just as bad as he did before. So over the last year, we've done a ton of research. We've changed his diet, we've changed his water, we've changed literally his shampoo, his bed, his everything that we could think of to change, and nothing was touching it. Nothing at all was helping it. Well, I believe Marcy was talking to somebody. I don't really remember how we heard about this, but somebody was like, hey, it might have been a subscriber that sent us a message. My arm's getting tired holding the phone, so we're just going to set you all up right here. There we go. So we somehow came to the realization that dogs can be allergic to grass. So I got to thinking, okay, how, like, is that possible? Well, then I realized we planted ryegrass. It would have been the fall, it would have been like October last year. So 9 months ago. So maybe this all started 9 months ago. I feel like it's been a whole lot longer than that. I think we'd actually planted, no, it was earlier than that because we had planted it in the spring. So in like April, and then we had planted it again in October, and it never died out during that period. And so he had started itching. I think it got a little bit better, and then when it came back in the fall, it got even worse. So anyways, through the process of deduction, we're working with the vet. Nothing's happening there. We've tried all these medicated shampoos, hair, all of this kind of stuff, and nothing was working well. I think we figured out what it was because over the last 3 weeks, it's been hot enough to kill, I think, all of the ryegrass. If there's any left, it's a meaningless amount. And guess who stopped itching completely? Goose. Goose has completely stopped itching. He's back to his normal happy self that's been gone, I feel like, for a year. Not that he was really that different, but man, he was just, you could tell he was always irritated from all of the itching. And now he's a happy dog running around, ready for a hunting season. I was out there training with him today a little bit. He's a retrieving hunting bird dog. So when you go shoot ducks or doves or whatever, he goes out, gets them, and brings them back, and he loves it. He's a working dog, and there's nothing that makes him happier than working. So I am beyond grateful for however it came to be, whether it was one of you or Marcy talking to somebody that said, hey, it could be the grass. If I would have known that, I would have killed all of our grass 6 months ago and done something else. Thankfully, the grass that is growing right now, which is Bermuda grass, I believe, he doesn't seem to have an issue with. So our summertime grass, he's okay with. I had planted ryegrass so that we would have a green yard through the fall. Well, unfortunately, I can't do that now, but I'll take a dead yard in the winter. The thing is here in Oklahoma, if I plant a winter grass, it'll grow all year. We'll have a green yard all year, and I love that. Like, everything is dead, and you look outside, and it's beautiful green. So I do want to do that, and they have another type of grass that is called Kentucky 31, which is a cool season grass as well. So we're going to try that, and if it starts to cause any issues, we'll kill it, and we just won't do any winter grasses. But I'm going to try it because I do love having green grass all throughout the year. So huge thanks for all of y'all's prayers, for all your help, for all your well wishes for him. He is back. He's happy. He's healthy. And we're all happy too because, my gosh, he was shedding nonstop. Lab's pretty much shed nonstop anyways. But he was, I mean, every time he would itch, his whole chest was pretty much bare. Barely had enough hair to say it had hair. But now it's all growing back. All of his little infections or whatever, like that's the one thing, he didn't really get many scars or scratches or things like that. It was just irritated. But there was a couple of things, he had some blisters on his feet and stuff like that, and those have completely cleared up. So, moral of the story is here, if you have a dog that's got really bad allergy issues out of nowhere, or you know somebody that might be having an issue, check the grasses. Check the grasses. I know there's a couple other grasses that dogs can be allergic to. This is our first time owning a dog. My first time ever owning a dog. We've had him for 3.5 years. He'll be 4 in January. And so we're learning this as we go. But, man, that little piece of information would have been very helpful a year ago when we were starting this process. But I'm just excited that he's feeling better, and we're all feeling a lot better about it as well. So I've had a small issue with the shifting mechanism. It's not wanting to shift into forward gear. which is this here. I had to take it apart when I redid the bottom end. And so I've got it pretty close. This last time I adjusted it, I'm going to adjust it just a little bit more. Basically pull this out, and then I twist that forward. So this comes up, which pulls this back, which means when I put it in forward, it'll actually go in forward a little bit smoother. When I put it in reverse, it'll come out of reverse a little bit quicker, which are the two issues that we're having. Come on. Don't want to lose either of those. Hopefully that will solve the rest of my issues. Well, the boat's all ready to go. I'll leave a clip in tomorrow's video if this actually works with how it works, and hopefully a video of us surfing. So thanks for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Go down, hit the subscribe button, follow us along on this journey as we just live our daily life and build cool things. Thanks for watching, and we will see y'all tomorrow.